Hi, everybody.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Hey, welcome. Welcome to Thursday night with us. I hope everybody's doing okay.
I know I am.
Hey, Laura. Hey, Angel Mary. Hi, Divine
Hi,
You. Welcome. Hopefully more will be here. What news do we have?
I don't know.
You seem not sure. Well, as you know, in this country, we just had an election. Good to see you, Laura. And Sunday night, after our live stream, we took a stab at predicting the outcome of the election.
Well, it was a little bit more than that. We asked some peripheral questions that are probably highly important to the whole matter.
The whole matter. And
we recorded
besides,
it.
It was more at stake than just the president, of course. Mm-hmm. People were wondering about who would control the Senate, stuff like that. So we took a stab at some things, and we decided we did not want to post it till after the election. And we're kind of waiting for some of the dust to settle here. But I think one way or another, tomorrow, we're going to post that video, and you're going to be able to see how well we did. Or not.
We'll probably post in the evening or towards evening. Not totally sure, but
right, because Emotional Exchanges is coming out in the morning.
Right. So it will either be later in the afternoon or very early evening.
Well, either way, Divine You, we don't want to get political. I tried not to in our in our taping, but you know, the thing is, tensions are very high, and you know, you may not be happy, but I or somebody else is. So that's what I'm saying, is somebody's going to be unhappy in an election anyway. That's just the way the chips fall. So we'll see what happens, but I do want you to see what the cards had to say about it. And how we interpreted them. Right. Other people might look at it differently. We're going to throw it out there and see what people think.
Absolutely.
I was shocked because there was one part of it that for sure I thought we got wrong. I just thought it was wrong, and it ended up being right. I mean, it's the one thing I'm pretty sure about.
Yes.
So I was surprised.
It'll be interesting to see, and I think it just kind of goes to the idea of where our abilities lie with being able to have interpretations over what these cards are indicating.
Right, exactly.
Other people may have interpreted very differently, or may have been led by instinct to look at it differently. No, Sonny, go away. He won't.
We set things up, he won't, and I know that was going to be a problem. That's why next time maybe we'll move the mic here. They've got to have some space for them. They will not stay away, especially if we don't stop them. So the kitty is here.
Lay down.
We love him, but there's only so much room.
So let's get to our business. Why don't you go ahead and get ready to do the inspirational reading?
Absolutely. So, did I bring something for that?
You should have.
Well, I can punt because I got some new stuff that I was looking at. So why not try just a little something from the Lantern Oracle by Angelina Mirabito. Illuminate the shadows, empower your path. Some of the things in here, the descriptions are very long, but they have keywords on the card. So we're going to try just reading some of the keywords.
Sunman, they're saying hello to you out there.
And this, by the way, is a beautiful deck. Just been able to kind of walk through it. My shipment arrived today from Llewellyn. Llewellyn had a sale.
And I found out that I was mistaken about one of the giveaways we're going to be doing in the next month or so. I thought I was getting the Guardians of the Night, a brand new tarot by MJ Cullinan.
Hey, Libra.
For the giveaway that we're going to do, but I'm actually getting a different deck by Cullinane, the Grimalkin Tarot, which is a beautiful tarot with mostly cats. In fact, all
So if you
cats.
like cats, it's going to be the deck for you.
Yeah, it'll be in our little giveaway in the
We're
next
not sure
month
where
so.
or how we're giving these things away. There's a few things we've got on our giveaway list. Maybe something will be given away around a certain anniversary this month.
Why, how novel. Today's our birthday, but we're going to give the present.
It's Mr. O's birthday, don't forget, and our wedding anniversary on the same day. We're celebrating number 39.
People said, why did you get married on your birthday? And I said, that was one way to make sure I wouldn't forget my anniversary. It's just the way the cards rolled. So you pulled the card?
Wow, well. I have one here called Distorted Perceptions.
Oh my.
Reality is rarely what we are raised to believe it is. An interesting card for today. I'm going to see what else. There's a brief line in here. It's a message I'm going to read.
Sunny man, I love you, but your hair is flying all over my nose and itching. I should stop petting you, maybe.
So basically, the message overall for this card is power, beauty, and liberation happen when we do not close our eyes or retreat back into the mentality we have outgrown.
Well, that's a little deep for Thursday night.
You think?
Maybe. It is a beautiful deck, though.
It's gorgeous.
And it's quite wide and hard to shuffle,
And
I'm
it's
sure.
quite wide. Yes, it is. So it's one of a couple of oracle decks I got, and then I got a very plain Jane Tarot, which I may play with from time to time on the live stream.
So,
But hey, on with the show. What decks do you have, Mr.
okay, I
O?
brought back the Karma Music Tarot. The large
Awesome.
size cards, too, and that's the Queen of Coins from that. And then I have the English Magic Tarot. And that's the Hermit. And it has these really muted, kind of earthy tones to most of the deck, which are kind of different. And then I decided, just because we're just into the Halloween season in a way, so I brought the Gothic Tarot, which has very stark Gothic kind of images. That's the Six of Pentacles from that deck. Alrighty.
Okay.
And you?
Oh, well, you know, me. Well, I brought back today, we're off of Halloween, so we're back to Cyril Marchetti's Gilded Reverie Lenormand, the expanded edition, so there are extra different cards in there. Then a traditional Lenormand. And then, of course, I have the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot, because it's before Christmas. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm using one of the decks tonight that I use for the Material Matters, Stephen Bright's Spirit Within Tarot. That's the beautiful Lover's card in that deck.
Material Matters. I guess I should give you the shameless plug for that.
There you go.
That's on Sundays, Eastern Standard Time at 10 p.m. Banshee and I both hang out in the chat room for the premiere, so we can chat with you while she's also dispensing the tips for the week, your weekly tarot keys to success in business, education.
And sipping coffee.
And sipping coffee, but of course.
And then I have MJ Coulinan's
Guardians
of the Night Tarot. That's the beautiful Ace of Cups here.
Yes, it is beautiful. Hi there, Poetic.
Oh, hey. I don't see you yet.
There they are down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Poetic.
Oh, there. Okay, I see me, Poetic. Okay, well, I thought I had one more deck. What didn't I say?
I don't know. Merwin, good evening, Merwin.
Hey, Merwin, welcome. Short list tonight if you want a reading.
Yes, tonight would be the night for reading since we're kind of light in our chat room.
Okay, I think I've got everybody. I got one more deck here. That's right.
Do ya?
I decided to bring back out Chris Ann's Light Seers Tarot because, you know, with everything going on, I think no matter what side of the fence you sit, we need a little light right now to dispel the dark moods. All right. So let's get started. We're pretty ready to go. And so I just want to remind people who came late, because I really do want people to watch the video tomorrow about our election prediction. It will air probably sometime tomorrow evening. And just tell us what you think. We'll be curious to see, because I think it came out pretty interesting. But anyway, let's move on.
We're kind of surprised because we sort of went in a different direction from some things, and we were borne out in a way. We did this on Sunday night, approximately 5:20, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, and we spent about 45 minutes with it. We did some peripheral readings, questions that would sort of come up from that. And we recorded all of it, and we're going to release that tomorrow night, maybe approximately early evening.
We vowed we were going to do it whether we were right or wrong, and like I said, I was positive that at least one of the things was going to be wrong. And actually, that's the one thing I'm sure is right. So stay tuned for that, and let's get
going. All right, so I think Divine was first, right?
Divine U is... numero uno.
Alrighty.
You are first, Divine You. And then Angel Mary, Laura, Libra, Poetic Past, and Merwin.
Ah.
Oh my gosh. Sounds like academia, I hate to tell you, Divine You. Try to get a job at a university or something. There's so much bureaucracy. Oh my gosh.
Well, let's use my Karma Tarot.
All right, sure. I'm going to get my Lenormand out.
The Karma Music Tarot, that is. And look at me, I've already crossed the streams. This cat hanging out here with me.
Well, that's why we have the table, too. So feel free to use it to shuffle if you need to.
I just need to get things righted. There we go. But this cat is in my way. Look at him.
Yeah, and he's moving the set. Because there's not enough room for him in this setup, Mr. O. And he's not one to sit on the mat over here. Although it worked for Shadow was up here earlier and sitting off to the back here.
Until he showed up.
Until Sunny showed up.
Crack, boom. There you go.
All right.
Beautiful sun man. Beautiful sun man.
They've been very needy today. I don't know whether they were just sensing our crazy moods of late or what, but they've been...
Yeah, if any of you have a psychic vibe, we've been tearing up the house this afternoon because I can't find my set of keys, and we even did a Lenormand on it. But
the Lenormand came up with the key, next to the keys was the anchor, which makes me feel it's stuck in place somewhere.
It's stuck
and
somewhere.
I'm wondering if it's stuck behind something or stuck down in something.
So if any of you have a glimmer, feel free to shoot a suggestion. I've literally looked at the same places, any number of places I normally would leave it 5 or 6 times to just keep going over the same stuff. But let's focus on Divine U's question here.
So are we doing a yes/no because of the way it's worded?
I think we should, perhaps.
I think so.
Right, we want the bare facts. We want to know.
Here you go. I'll cut this way.
Alrighty.
All right. Got a new tablecloth for the season. Yeah, that's true. I'm hoping that's the case, Libra, because I am usually pretty good at finding things, but this one's perplexing. Oh, Okay.
Pull that out.
So what is this? Oh.
7 of Wands.
Yeah. Not bad.
It doesn't seem as likely. There's a smaller chance of yes. But
you got the 7 of Wands here, which means surely you're in a good position.
You're holding the position.
Yeah, you definitely are on top here, the top choice. It's going through, but... You want to talk about that one?
Well, it could be that there are some forces that are saying... contrary forces to this saying, meh, too much trouble or not worth the bother somehow. Maybe, what's your thought?
I don't know. I'm beginning to think that maybe this is just the holdup. This is talking about the holdup. It seems to me there may be more than one party that's holding it up there for some reason.
Okay.
Maybe that they are, when the 5 of Wands is upright, there's a lot of energy and movement with this card, isn't there?
I guess what I wanted to say was interference.
Yeah, when it's reversed, it's either there's interference, there's something blocking the movement.
Which
there's
would come from another person, as you suggest.
Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking here. It may take a little longer than November 15th.
It's what it seems like, but it seems like you still have a strong position to hold on for.
But I see, this is going through. That 7 of Wands is, Divine, a really positive card. It just shows that you are in a good position.
Yes. Nobody likes waiting, that's for sure. We've just been waiting forever for so many things.
But there's always bureaucratic paperwork. People got to sign off.
That's true.
People got to do this and that. They got to set certain things up. And I don't know, maybe there's some delay or maybe some miscoordination between people.
Which could be that 5 of Wands.
Well, but look at this.
Yourself, apparently.
Yep, here you are. I feel this is you because of the card following. We got the Moon. And the Moon is often a card of employment, getting employment, getting recognition. So I have a feeling you are going to find out soon. I don't know. Maybe the idea is maybe you might find out by November 15th, but you're certainly not going to start right away. There's some delay. There is some complication here. We did get leaning towards no, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's a definite no.
It does seem like the Moon says there's a light shining towards that, although it does seem like maybe it's happening sort of mysteriously or in a moon cycle kind of way, if you want to think about it, that maybe it's just going to take more than a lunar cycle to actually get there. So
I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, but I'm also thinking that maybe, Divine, you, with all this positive cards here, that even though it's leaning towards no, I'm going to say maybe it's possible it'll just squeak in by November 15th, but I think you're going to have to wait that whole time, or it's just going to be a little bit after.
Excuse me.
I don't think you have uber long to wait. Or super long, I should say.
So hang on.
So hang in there.
And that's what we have.
Yep. That's what we got for you. And good luck with that. Sounds like, you're really excited about it. Hopefully it'll be a good change for you. Well, hi, Angel Mary. You're right on top of it. That's great.
Hi, Angel Mary.
Thank you. So we have Angel Mary, and then Laura. You're welcome, Divine. And then Libra Cusp, Poetic Past, and Merwin.
Thank you so much, Divine.
Well, it looks like a quiet night today. Maybe everybody's burnt out from all the, the election drama or whatever. Halloween, all the excitement of last weekend.
Well, that unusual full moon, which brings a lot of emotionality. And I was telling somebody I felt like I hit my rock bottom with the weekend. But then we had Mercury and Mars both reversing course and providing big changes with their kind of energy patterns. So a lot of conflicts in the air, a lot of misunderstandings, but things are starting to rectify, I think, over time.
Saturday, it's your birthday.
Happy
goodness,
birthday.
Divine You, do you want us to, are you going to join us Sunday by chance? We'll try to do a birthday spread for you.
We should do that. The birthday spread for you, Divine.
Yeah. So join us on Sunday, or if you can't, we'll do it next Thursday for you. I wasn't ready.
You've been doing it a long time. Look at, what's this guy doing here with his feet? Hey. Sun, man.
So spiritual gifts, which God job can serve my spiritual path? Oh, okay. That's awesome. Well, maybe next Thursday then.
Have a great time.
But be safe out there. You know, cases in Michigan are over 5,000. Today we had over 5,000 cases in one day. And actually it was over 5,500. It was like 5,700. So things aren't going too well here. All right. Wow. Well, I don't know. I got all reversed cards. This could be a hard one. So let's see. We have the 10 of Cups, and that is reversed. We have the 5 of Pentacles, and that is reversed as well. And we have the King of Wands, and that is reversed. So I think, you know, with all these reversals here and the question that you asked, your spiritual gifts, which job can serve my spiritual path, I think something that uplifts people. I mean, I'm looking at all of this, and the 10 of Cups reversed is one of, you know, unhappiness, and it seems emotional, you know, like there's a lot of emotional unhappiness. And then here we have the 5 of Pentacles reversed, and the 5 of Pentacles reversed kind of is about a healing process. And then we have the King of Wands reversed, meaning that, you know, some people just can't seem to pull things together for themselves. So what do you think that's leading to?
Well, we see you sort of doing something that's more humanitarian, more socially conscious. Maybe you're helping people in hard situations. Maybe you're giving comfort or you're giving aid somehow. Maybe you're doing a certain kind of social work or counseling. Maybe you're like us. You're just sort of using your gifts to help people see things or understand things.
There's some kind of counseling thing here, I feel. I sense, or some kind of healing thing to get people back up on their feet again, and whether it's with a good physical routine or exercise, but it's also something that boosts the spirit. You know, I also wonder too, I don't know why I'm picking this up. I'm not sure because I don't see that in this cards, but something occurred to me that maybe you'll be working with special populations, like for example the elderly, or you know, maybe people who are poor,
or a certain kind of you know,
with handicaps or physical,
right, a disability of some sort.
Yeah, disabilities.
You know, somebody who's blind, or somebody maybe who doesn't hear well, things like that. I sort of feel that with the King of Wands that you are meant to try to bridge trust with people, maybe also too, who aren't easy to reach. So you may be dealing with people who are very marginalized, and you're trying to help them find connections, understand where they can fit into the system of things, and maybe seek, something better for themselves too. So it's definitely more humanitarian, social oriented, and it looks like you just have extreme empathy, and you have maybe a gift for understanding what people's spiritual emptiness inside is doing to them, and that's why you want to reach out to them.
I was just trying to figure out how far behind my stream was. My stream is really behind.
Oh, why don't you hit the refresh button maybe?
Maybe I need to just go out and come back in or something. I don't know. Interesting. Yeah, it's really weird, Angel Mary. But I feel like all of this is speaking out towards either some counseling or work with people on, it could be life skills even. Something related to, right. I don't want to say social work, but...
Well, maybe...
Because it could encompass a lot of different things.
Sure. Just somehow advocacy.
That could be too. Advocacy for the downtrodden or people who need support in some way.
Did we do a similar reading for you once before? I almost get the feeling like we've talked about some of this quality before.
It's almost similar, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so let me take a look at this because I pulled these together. Okay. So again, this is really interesting that I got this the way I did. I drew the clouds first. And the clouds, the bright side is actually facing the mountain card. So to me, that's kind of muting the mountain card. The mountain card is often about obstacles and things. And so the way I see these two things working together, again, Angel Mary, is like you are helping people overcome things, difficulties in their life, whatever it may be. That would be a place to put your talents. And I feel that the brightness there indicates that you're able to help them overcome what obstacles they face, or at least to be able to face them better with more strength and confidence.
There's a suggestion here to me, too, that maybe, as you suggest before, what is your spiritual path, that this really uplifts you in your own way, whether it does that spiritually or just in a sense of realizing how helpful you can be to people, or how you will want to be, or how you will end up being helpful to people, really does something for yourself too. It's an empowerment of your own. I feel that way when we read cards, that it is rather empowering to us to feel that we're helping provide some direction for people. Or
some insight, and also just helping you, the person we're reading for, find your way. So, because if ultimately it's up to you to navigate and find your own way through what we're telling you. And that's what we have. So I don't know. That's what we've got for you today, Angel Mary. I hope that gives you some insight.
Now, you are not allowed to tell us that you're going to be an engineer.
Yes, you can. Engineers can help people. Maybe you could make, what is it called? Oh gosh, I'm trying to think. I can't think of it. Anyway, you could make,
A system?
You can bioengineer arms and legs, that make people more mobile or something like that, or devices to help people see better, etc. I mean, engineers can do a lot to help people.
I hope it was
too.
helpful. Good question. It's always good to know what your gifts are and what you can do with them.
All right. So, hey, Laura, you are up. It is your turn.
Sunman is getting sassy with me.
Oh, is that so?
A little bit.
Ah. One of yours or mine?
It's my turn.
It's your turn. Well, okay.
Okay, what does D think? I'm going to use my English Magic Tarot.
And we are having a fantastic warm spell in Michigan.
Yeah,
it's in the 60s through and going into the 70s this weekend. Woohoo! I might be able to sit outside one last time. I left it's just a small chair and table set outside on the deck, and I left it out there in the hopes that we would get such a weekend, and guess what? It's this weekend. Then I'll probably have to bring it all in for the winter.
Yep. Just need to find those keys.
So you can stop stressing. Well, sit outside tomorrow and ruminate on them, Mr. O, while I work.
There you go.
All right, one more shuffle. Honest. All right. All right.
All right. We have the Nine of Wands reversed. Whoops, move it over more.
There.
And then we have
What do you got?
the Magician.
Oh.
And that is also reversed. And then we have the Five of Swords, which is also reversed.
Boy, our cards are in a mood today. What's with all these reversals? Now you have 3 cards reversed.
Yeah.
And I had 3 cards reversed.
So what does Dee think about you?
Now, is Dee somebody you've known for a while? Is this somebody that's been around and has known you?
I'm tempted to be frivolous and say Dee thinks you're a hot mess. But that's being silly. But Dee sees things in you that are possibly contrary, or just maybe they have questions themselves about what they see. Maybe Dee thinks that this is a time for you not being very focused. They might think that your energies are unfocused. Maybe they also think too that you're not thinking about them as much as maybe they want you to be. So I'm wondering if that correlates somehow too.
Yeah,
like
that's
they
interesting.
want you to focus on them, and that maybe they don't feel you're as focused on them. They also might think maybe too that you have other things distracting you from focusing on them a little more. Does that sound crazy? I don't know.
Well, no, I actually think that's pretty good. I was thinking about those two similarly, but I also thought that maybe the Nine of Wands indicated that they just weren't ready to formulate a good opinion about you at this point in time. They're still unsure about things.
I'm sort of
it's
putting that with
because
that.
They are unfocused, I'm wondering. And so that they are not really focusing on you as much as they could be.
But I
mean,
think
I do
there's-
feel that.
I think it's sort of a little bit of both. There's a push-pull, like they sort of,
Yeah.
they're rationalizing maybe not focusing more on you because they're not focusing themselves.
And I kind of feel like with the Five of Swords, that's an interesting card here, reversed. They may still be just trying to scope things out.
Well, and I think that there's something that's distracting them. They have a lot of distractions in their own life too, and maybe they feel that those distractions keep them from having this better focus. Some of it could just be petty stuff too, in my mind, that maybe there are some other relationships that they're dealing with, not necessarily close or romantic ones, but maybe troublesome ones would be a way to look at it. Just little irritants around them in their environment.
I feel like the Five of Swords to me is like they're playing their cards close to their chest right now. They just don't want to. They don't want to reveal too much.
Well, and maybe that goes along with what I said about not understanding you, not focusing on them, because they really are trying to play coy in a way.
Right.
Maybe they're sort of playing hard to get, and then when you're not giving into that, if you're not, then they're like, why aren't you? So in other words, they're the hot mess.
Well, see, it's one or the other here, Laura, and I get the feeling that maybe the Lenormand might shed a little more light on this.
Yeah, because it seems like a confusing personality, like maybe not everything is exactly right, or that they just tend to change their moods a lot, or they vacillate. Maybe there's a suggestion here of a little bit of immaturity. Magician reverse could be that in a way.
Maybe. I just got to see if he's going to knock over that microphone. I mean...
Yes, we're going to do the Lenormand, so maybe this will give us a little more detail. Hey, you. What are you doing, Mr. Sunman?
All right.
Good thing you don't have lots of time invested in this person necessarily.
Well, look at this. We have the star.
It is the star. Not
is my thing blocking light, perhaps? I'm going to try to...
Not really.
Not really? Okay, no. We got to work on the lighting. So that's the star in the Lenormand, which is a great card. And then we have one of the expanded cards. This is the, the magnifying glass, which to me...
I have a blurtable thing.
Blurt it.
Blurt it. Beyond all this hot, messy kind of stuff about them, their distractibility kind of stuff, something about you really inspires them, and they really want to focus more on you, which is what we were talking about before. They want to focus on you, but maybe they're too in awe of you because you're kind of like a star to them in a way, and this is the part that they don't necessarily want to reveal. They're not necessarily going to be very forthcoming about.
Hi, Maria. I've added you to the list. I'll go over the list in just a moment. Welcome to the show. I'm looking at that magnifying glass here and the star, and I'm thinking to myself that they are really scrutinizing things. We said here that they're scattered, but maybe they're going to start focusing more, and they're looking for something that gives them encouragement, maybe from you. Maybe what this is saying to me is they are looking for a sign from you that gives them some more hope or inspiration so that they can sort things out here.
So I guess it's really on you to decide whether or not you want to engage any more than you have been, that maybe, there is a little kernel of something there, a diamond in the rough, if you will, and that maybe you kind of set that off a little bit for them. So it's really up to you to decide how much you might want to encourage, the interactions that might happen.
I just let this go for a while. Just be yourself, and maybe they will come around more. I just don't think this is... seeing the star here is always a positive thing, I think, considering.
Patton.
Hey, Patton! Patton, tomorrow night we'll release our video that I've been talking about. So
yes, where we throw it on the line. This is what we thought, several days ago before the election, how things would end up.
So I do want people's opinions of that. We made a prediction, and I'm pretty flabbergasted by it myself, but, we'll have to see what other people say. So That's what we have for you, Laura. It's a little bit confusing. Hi, SP. I see you've joined us. Welcome back.
Well, thanks for dropping in, Patton, and saying hi.
Oh, no on the list today? Okay, Patton. Yeah, it is awfully late. But anyway, tomorrow night, so if you can't watch it tomorrow, watch it Saturday.
Be up though, yeah.
We'll have that video posted.
All right.
Well, frankly, so did I, and it's not out of the picture yet, so let's not even go there yet. But, and I don't want to get political here. We just made a prediction, but I will say that was kind of my thought all along, but you have to just see what the video said, because the tarot often has a mind of its own.
And there were We did 45 minutes. There were some peripheral questions that kind of came out. Some we sort of went into it knowing that, but we were surprised ourselves at how things turned out. So we do want people to watch it and maybe render an
like
opinion.
I said, we did this Sunday night after our live stream, so it was before the election.
2 days before the election.
I think it was pretty smart of us to wait that long because the thing is, maybe the energies were just starting to really coalesce. I don't know, but I am kind of floored with the way the reading came out, so hope you will be too.
All right.
Anyway, let's move on. So, Laura, that's what we have for you. Blessings to you. And maybe ask again, in a few weeks, and let's see if the energies are a little bit clearer on that. And hey, Libra Cusp, you are up, and then Poetic Past, Merwin, Maria, and SP.
And we have Libra's question. What should they be watching for?
Okay.
So let's use a deck of yours.
We'll use this beautiful, slippery Hulanane deck.
Uh-huh. Hello there. Hello there.
And please like our page, subscribe if you haven't.
Yeah, hit those likes if you haven't.
It's a little quiet tonight. That's why I think everybody's either burnt out from election viewing or whatever. Okay, one more, and you may shuffle. All right. It's a thick deck, and they're slippery, but they shuffle really well.
Yes, you mentioned it before when we used them on Sunday's live stream. They have a good feel. It's the MJ Cullinane Guardian of the Night Tarot, which we just got a hold of. And we have another one of MJ's fabulous decks. MJ is truly a unique tarot artist, in our opinion.
Oh, Patton, did you make a bet? Oh, no.
And we will be giving that other deck away sometime in the next month or so, we believe. And that's the Grimalkian Tarot, which is a tarot of cats. It's whimsical, but it's also vibrant and meaningful. Alrighty.
All right.
And
the question, oh yeah, that's right.
What should you be watching for? Whoa.
I got it.
All right.
All right.
I love this deck.
Okay.
It's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. We've got one of those difficult cards, though. The Seven of Swords has popped up. Yeah. And then we have the Knight of Wands upright. I always like to see that one. Is that fitting in there? Sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Good. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace is reversed. That is such a beautiful card. Let me just turn it around so you guys can see that better. I love that Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful. All right. But it's reversed. So, well. So what do we got to watch for? Let me double check that again. The Knight of Pentacles. Or I'm sorry, that's Wands. Knight of Wands. You got to watch for some, I would say, you got to protect your interests as far as some job or some situation with a goal or project. It could be at work. You got to kind of, I'm not going to say watch your back. It's not like a stab in the back card, but you got to protect your self-interests there a little bit more because somebody, it just shows maybe some vulnerable moments, I feel, with that Seven of Swords there. And coupled with the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles could indicate too, Libra, am I hallucinating here? I don't know if it was you or somebody else on a recent show that I was talking about a downturn with money, and that has popped up again. So I don't know if that's for you.
Well, I think that some of this is that there may be a situation where you want to watch any extraneous personnel around you or any extraneous situations, but I feel that there's a thing about somebody trying to be clever and maybe be unobserved in certain ways. I don't think it's like knife in the back kind of stuff, but they may be doing a positioning or a way of manipulating things. Maybe it's just even opinions or feelings, but they're somehow somebody to watch for, like Banshee says.
Yeah, it could be gossip. It could be, just to me, it looks like somebody who is, who is clearly trying to get ahead, or maybe divert attention from things that they are doing by trying to place blame or have somebody scrutinize you instead of looking at them. You know what I mean? It's like a diversionary tactic of some sort.
In general, this would say there's the coming or going of a matter involving trust situations. And though it looks like it's in a good position, it is saying be mindful of that there are, situations you should watch for to trust, and then just watch for the ones you don't want to trust, I guess, would be a way of looking at that.
Yeah, and right now, I would think what you need to look out for is that this is not a period of growth for you financially, or maybe with any new projects you want to do right now. Kind of lay low.
No big outlays of cash if you don't need to. No buying appliances or things like that unless you absolutely have to. But basically conserve a little bit more at this time.
And let's see what the Lenormand will add.
Yeah, we're going to do the Lenormand. Look at this guy.
I know.
At least he's laying here and not all the...
Oh, yeah, you did it.
The stuff he does.
All right, here we go. Well, I will say one thing, Libra. I don't know how this connects with the other thing. Because you've got the moon, which the moon, remember, is not always about work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm getting a relationship here. So I'm hoping somehow, some way that everything up there is not connected to a relationship. But it looks like there's something here. That there may be a new romance coming. There may be something coming emotionally for you. I don't think they all have to connect necessarily, but...
Maybe somebody just really is kind of secretive about how they do that situation. Maybe because if it is somehow involved in a shared experience, and I don't remember, I thought you worked from home maybe, I don't remember. But if it is involved in a shared experience of some sort of employment, some people don't always like other people in that environment to know that they're interested in someone. So the office politics, office relationship thing, I don't think that absolutely applies to you, though, in this situation. But I do agree with Banshee. It just sort of feels like maybe this is just something else you're looking out for, too. It says, what are you watching out for? Well, you're watching out for some intrigue and people that maybe you can or maybe you can't trust. But maybe it's also saying too that there is something emotional coming for you that is possibly a good thing moving into a relationship.
Well, and if I had to apply this at all to a work environment, a full-time mom of 4, okay?
You told us this.
Yeah. So you do work from home, is how I would put it. You work at home on a family. And this can also indicate doing the things that you love, because this is about doing and working. And then you have the heart here, So this could also just be telling you, don't focus on the everyday struggles or everyday kinds of gossip and goofiness that goes on between friends, neighbors, whatever. Focus on the things that you love to do, is maybe the message as well, as far as the Lenormand goes. And that's what we have for you, Libra Cusp.
Alrighty.
Good luck with that. And we are on Poetic Past. Hey, Poetic. Good to see you again. And then Merwin and Maria and then SP.
You're welcome. Hope that was helpful.
Hey, you are welcome. Why are you grabbing his ear?
I don't know. And we're waiting for Poetic Past. If you're still here, go ahead and just say yes, and then go ahead and type in your question. If not, we may have to move on.
Yeah, we'll give them just a moment because sometimes there's a delay.
The good news is that it's a slower night and we could always come back to you.
Yep, that's right. And hey, I just want to remind everybody we had a lot of fun last month doing our special pop-up live stream on a Saturday where we just did past life readings.
Yes, that was last Saturday the 24th. I put that on the board. It was kind of unusual, a Saturday just for about 90 minutes, but we clearly went into overtime. It was a lot of fun.
Clearly did.
We found that there was an alien in our midst. That was Aaliyah, right?
Yes. It was so much fun. And so we're going to do it again this month. We're looking at maybe next Saturday. We will keep people posted. Of course, we'll put out some publicity on Facebook and Twitter.
So that's the 14th?
Yeah, I think. Isn't that what you want to... Well, you're not working 2 Saturdays in a row, are you, Mr. O?
I believe I'm not. So
okay.
We'll verify that. I know it's not this Saturday. I am working. But we'll verify that.
Okay, I think we've given Poetic Past enough time. So we're going to move on to Merwin. Hey, Merwin, are you still with us?
Hi, Merwin.
We'll see if Merwin's here, and if Merwin's not here, we'll move on to Maria and SP.
My goodness.
Yeah, and people have dropped out. What happened? It's a really slow night. Yeah, I know you're here, so hang in there. We'll see if Merwin is here.
Go through the next few
names.
names.
We're going to go through the next few names and see what happens. There was something else I was going to add while we're waiting for Merwin.
Now, tomorrow is when my outlook on the emotional exchanges will be on YouTube, and that's a weekly forecast on the emotional currents in the lives of our astrological elemental signs. So we do the reading for all air signs, all fire signs, all water signs, and all earth signs. And Merwin, we are still waiting for you.
Last call for Merwin.
Or we'll catch you later. This guy likes me to rub his tummy, which is a little unusual for cats, but he really doesn't mind it. He likes it being rubbed. I don't know if it's like a instinct thing with him. He gets all cuddly when I do that. All right, I guess we should move on.
Yeah, I think we're going to move on to Maria. Okay, Maria, you are up. Some nights are like this.
So go ahead. If you have
Susan,
a question.
yeah, we can add you to the list. Absolutely.
Hi, Susan.
Welcome.
Absolutely. It's a short list tonight.
Yeah, you're in luck because people have kind of disappeared on us. So, okay, let's see. Maria is up now.
They have their question.
All right. And then SP and then Susan.
So, yep, it won't be long. Okay, so here we go with Maria's question. How does M see me as a person? And I guess we'll go to one of my decks again. I'm going to grab the Gothic.
Vampires?
No, it's just sort of dark.
Oh.
I mean, I guess it alludes to vampires, but it's not specifically vampires. It's just kind of dark and Gothic. I mean, that's the back of the card, you know?
Okay.
So.
I think I haven't used this one yet, so I'll do that after.
It's good to see you, Susan. Thanks for joining us tonight.
It's your lucky day. Thursdays lately have been quiet, but this is even more quiet. I don't know if it's because of the election, who knows, but it's pretty quiet tonight.
And this is the Sun Man, who's just hanging out with us like he usually does. He's a tarot kitty.
Okay, don't forget to like the page and subscribe if you have not done so. All right.
And I'll let you pull.
All right.
All right.
Reversed. I just don't understand, Mr. O. So the Queen of Pentacles is reversed. We have the Ten of Pentacles reversed.
Well, hi, Merwin. I see you're back.
I see you're back, Merwin. And then we have the High Priestess, and that is reversed.
And we kind of moved on a little bit. But
we did move on, Merwin, but really it's a very, very short list if you want to hang with us. As a matter of fact, after this reading, there's only 2 more in front of you.
Okay, so what was that first one? The 5?
Gosh, it's the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So, we got a lot of pentacles here. We got 2 pentacles, the 10 and the Queen. And then we have the High Priestess reversed.
Well, it may be possible that M doesn't see you in the same kind of light that you may see yourself. M may feel that you are at a lower point right now, or maybe M feels that you are needing something. Maybe they feel that you need them. Maybe they feel you need wisdom or strength. M may also feel that there's some amount of healing going on in your life, that you just sort of have been in a bad place perhaps overall, and kind of not able to really be effective, to be making things happen for yourself. You sort of have had too many challenges to your own autonomy in a way, or at least that's how M looks at it.
Well, this is a toughie, and it's really tough when we get a lot of these reversed cards. I feel that M is searching for, is trying to find a connection, that maybe they're not able to find right now. The High Priestess is reversed here, and I'm feeling they're having trouble. Maybe they're trying to figure out what you're feeling, and they're having trouble reading you in some way. They feel blocked, and I'm wondering, because I see those 2 pentacles, and I just reversed, and I feel like there's some kind of blockage here. They may feel at this time that nothing is happening, nothing is moving forward, and so that seems to be what I'm sensing, is that there's this lack of movement or growth. And I don't know if they're maybe expecting some moves from you, something from you that they're not getting.
Now, you said you kind of agree with this summation, and what we were saying, though, is that this is how M is looking at you. Right. So it doesn't necessarily relate to the way you see yourself or to how the matters really are. But M seems to have kind of a view of you as being a little bit more needy or more challenged at this time.
And I feel that, like I said, that High Priestess reverse just makes me feel that they're trying to figure out a connection here. They're just not feeling it right now.
Okay.
But
that could be right.
Doesn't mean that won't happen. But I think that's just the way things are right now. So let me see what the Lenormand might add.
When you said that, it gave me the feeling, too, that maybe to some degree, you're here now seeking advice from us, and maybe the idea is that you tend, to believe in card readers or metaphysics in general, and maybe M sort of sees that as a point about you that they can't appreciate, and so maybe there's that sense there too that with the High Priestess reversed is that they don't appreciate you seeking, or that they don't understand that.
So I've got some difficult card here because I've got the compass. The compass is not bad. It's interesting because I talked about searching for connection, and this is like direction, finding your center, finding, where you're going. And then I have the scythe, which is a cutting tool. So the thing is, it's facing away from the compass. So what are you looking at?
I'm just pointing that out.
Yeah, it's facing away from the compass. So what I think is that I think in this situation, we have to cut through. Emma has to cut through.
Hi, Jay.
Jay Walker, what? Do you know I've been talking about you lately? Well, I'll talk in a minute. Let me finish this reading. Sorry, Maria. Anyway, I get the feeling here that they are trying to cut something out of their life right now. And maybe until they're able to do that, they're kind of not able to make that connection and be closer to you. I don't know if you're looking for a relationship here.
Now, Maria has said that they're just a friend.
Oh, they're just a friend. So I feel like they're not able to find.
Well, remember what I said here, that maybe it was possible that they don't understand the spiritual or metaphysics that Maria might be into?
I moved the thing a little bit.
Oh, I'll get it back
in
place.
Okay?
Don't worry, it's fine.
So I feel that this is kind of a hard one for me, the compass and the scythe. They're trying to find, they need to make some, they might be really, really disorganized right now and scattered. And what they're trying to do is cut some things out of their life to make time for other things. And that might be, for friends. It might be that maybe you're not seeing a lot of M because they've got too much going on.
Well, maybe they're going to be coming closer because maybe what it is they have reached a point in their life where they feel like maybe they do need to bring in a spiritual dimension to their life, and that they sort of feel like there's some obstacles for them, but maybe their connection with you will maybe pull them along at some point.
Yeah. I don't know. This one kind of bothers me a little bit.
I know you did, Merwin. Merwin thinks we forgot her.
Oh, I don't see the question.
It's up there.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it is. And I don't know where they're in place. It's up there about the estranged parents.
All right, hang on a minute.
But isn't somebody else in place now? Or
just a second.
I'll just smile.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Maria.
Sorry, Maria.
No, the list is not closed, Violet Ann. Hey there.
Hey, Violet Ann. Welcome. Wow, we got some people finally. No, it's been a little slow, Violet Ann.
But now it's not.
Now it's not. So let's see. Who all came in? It was Jay. And then it was Violet Ann, right?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to go over this list so everybody knows where they are. And sorry if there was any confusion, Merwin, but we did wait a while and we never heard from you, so we moved on. And Jay, I want to talk to you. Don't go away. So SP is next. And then we have Susan, and then we have Merwin and Jay Walker and Violet. Jay, I don't know why. We were talking about some people. So go ahead and post your question, SP. Yeah, we figured that, Violet Ann. That's exactly what we figured. But anyway, Jay Walker, I was talking about you, and I says, I wonder if we'll ever see Jay Walker again.
It was really kind of funny
recently.
because a couple weeks ago, several weeks ago, a person dropped in once or twice, and they just went as J, initial J, and W, initial W. And we're like, maybe that's him, and they're being coy a little bit, you know. But we figured it probably wasn't you.
And Violet Ann, tomorrow, and everybody else, we are releasing a video we did on Sunday night after our last live stream predicting the election results. I'd love for people to watch it and tell us what they think, because I'm pretty flabbergasted by it, actually.
We think we were rather right in a number of things that are working out, but we wanted to wait a few days, and so we're going to wait only as long as tomorrow, late afternoon, early evening. We did a number of other questions that were peripheral to the central question, and we think it's pretty interesting. So some things
may change because it's not set in stone yet, but one thing that I thought we got totally wrong after the reading was done is actually the one thing I'm pretty sure is right now. So it's really crazy, and I'd love for people to watch it and tell us what they think.
So have we heard from SP? I don't think we have.
Yeah.
SP, this is your...
okay, and this happened before when I called Merwin, so let's see.
And I got cat hair flying all over my face from this guy. It's just wafting at my nose and itching.
And if SP doesn't answer, we're going to move on.
Right. So, second or in last call for SP.
Last call for SP.
In the meantime, Susan, you might want to prep your question.
Yeah, Susan, you are next. And after Susan is Merwin, and then Jay and Violet.
Did you mean to say SP instead of saying so?
Oh, doggone it. Why does it do that?
I don't know. Oh, don't worry, Merwin. We've barely broken an hour or so.
Well, I guess no SP, but I put it out there now. I guess I had to do all caps or it's going to change it on me. Darn spell correct. I hate those things. All right, then. Okay, go ahead, Susan, with your question. We're ready for you.
Did Susan already write their question? I don't even remember.
I don't think so.
No. Okay, great.
All right, Susan.
What a night of chaos.
Yeah, this is kind of almost like Mercury retrograde, but Mercury went direct. Oh, there she is. Thank you, Susan. All right.
Okay. Going to use your deck?
Curious how that's looking. So, all right.
Let's take a look.
Our little scene stealer cat. Uh-oh. He dropped the Ace of Pentacles. That's pretty good. That could be the beginning of something growthful. That could be good.
That could be considered a good omen for this business. Because it is a new beginning in a way.
Yeah, it does indicate that. And you know, the Ace of Pentacles can be about health and, you know, growth, etc., as well as financial.
That's true. It basically relates
Well-being.
to all material kind of matters.
Okay.
Well, at least they're not all reversed.
I was just going to say that, Mr. O. But of course, here we have the Devil card, which is interesting. Indeed. And then we have the Hierophant, upright.
Mm-hmm.
It's very interesting because in a way that's kind of a guide or a counselor card, in a way. And then we have the Six of Swords, doggone it, and that is reversed. So, sorry. That was me, not the cat.
I know.
Was it my hair?
Yes, it was
My
something
too
like
long
that.
of hair because I won't get a haircut during the COVID crisis.
It might have unfocused, too. I'm not sure.
Oh, no. Okay.
No, that's okay.
No, it looks pretty good. All right. So the Devil upright.
Well, there's... Go on.
Hold on. The Hierophant. Well, I kind of get the feeling this person is going to work out, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I think things are going to go well. I think this is a sign of, somebody who's counseling and maybe I don't know what kind of counseling do you do. Does it by chance have anything to do with, hold on a minute. Oh, it's business availability and clients. A new therapist. Do you do anything with addiction counseling by chance? You got something?
Well, I kind of know a little bit about what Susan does.
Oh, okay.
It's more hands-on kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
so I sort of see this as being like a physical thing.
Oh, okay.
The physicality,
Yeah.
the love of sensuality in a way, or the sensual feeling of that.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Okay. Does fit.
So in a sense that fits it. This could represent that this person is dynamic in that regard, and this person would make people feel really cherished and really feel like they're just going to feel it's Capricornian, but it's also Taurian. Taurian is very physical in a way. The Hierophant, of course, represents the idea that there's a rightness about this, and that there's sort of a sacred marriage aspect to that person.
Well, there's an ethics. I think there's an ethics because it is about that. So this person is very ethical, very, how do I want to say this? By the book. This is obviously, the physicality, I can see that. I think ultimately, though, with the Six of Swords reversed, it just seems like things are going to be fairly stable and not moving much.
Right. It's kind of like a holding pattern.
Yeah.
It's kind of like saying, like, you're not going to give ground, but you're not going to greatly gain ground at this time.
Yeah, it seems like, so it's not a bad thing in this case, but, if you wanted something to change, rapidly, I think that's not going to happen.
Right. It could just be the kind of thing that the growth is going to be slower than you might anticipate. And I think it's just going to be probably because maybe this business is going to act in a more conventional way, a more conforming kind of way to whatever its normal sense of business parameters would be. That if you have peak times of year where people are more into using this service than other times of year, that may kind of winnow a little bit. I still could see where the holiday season would be a peak time for this kind of business.
Yeah.
But we're sort of seeing a stability or a stabilizing effect there.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of movement at this time or change, I guess. It seems, in the Hierophant is also about status quo. So I'm looking at that with the Six of Swords as well. And I'm thinking that things are going to stay pretty stable, but not a lot of movement. So if you were expecting something more to happen, it may not happen.
It's going to be good for at least keeping your head above the water and or staying exactly where you're at. You may not be able to grow exactly the way you want to grow, but you're not going to really lose ground. I really feel that way. Now, we also throw two Lenormands, which kind of give us a little more texture.
And lucky you, you've got the Clover card.
You said that earlier, lucky you. The Clover is the card of luck.
Yeah. And you've got the Compass. The Compass came up earlier in a reading we did. And so I think that in time this is going to work out. This is going to work out, but I think it's going to take time till, there's some balance achieved, or there's some flow of clients coming in. Something that's going to take time to find, like this is really interesting that we got the Compass, which is looking for direction. And then we have the Six of Swords reversed, which is not moving,
It may just be that what will be lucky for you is seeing the direction of the least amount of risk. And I think what's interesting here is that in traditional decks, the Devil represents a partnership in a way, and the Hierophant represents a partnership in a way. And you could say there are two sides of that partnership, the side that's more materialistic and then the side that's more spiritual. So maybe this is also about merging those qualities and finding the direction, or looking for that direction.
And the Clover can also be about timing and synchronicities. So I think that this was a good move that you made. I think that you will find that this will pay off later, but it's lucky. There's some element of timing and luck that's working in your favor with this.
So good luck.
So that's what we have for you. And I wish you the best with that, Susan. Good luck.
Good luck. Thank you.
And hey, Merwin, you are up. And there. Technical, that's okay. It could be.
We know you wrote your question earlier, so I'm just going to roll back to that, Merwin. And thanks again, Susan.
Yep, hope to see you again. Let's see.
So it's kind of like a yes or no on whether you should go visit your folks for Thanksgiving.
Oh, is that it?
That's what I think it basically amounts to.
Oh, was that it? Okay. I wonder how come I didn't see it.
They suddenly emailed and asked her to come home for Thanksgiving.
Oh, there it is. Got it. Estranged parents.
Thank you, Susan. Appreciate hearing that. Good luck.
Okay. So wait a minute. What was that last part? Very guarded, very uncomfortable. Gut says no. So should we do a yes-no on this?
And then we could add detail if we need to.
Yeah. Let's do a yes-no on this.
All right, so I'm going to use the Karma Tarot. Somehow seems appropriate. Well, ain't nobody asking me to come over for Thanksgiving.
Well, yeah.
They know we wouldn't go.
We are just staying home.
They know we wouldn't go.
And it's just so bad in our state right now. It just is. Getting very nervous now. That was loud.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm not estranged from my mom, but I'm kind of estranged from a lot of the other people in my family.
Well, I hope you're right, Violet Ann. I'm hoping so. We keep saying we're going to do a COVID video, but we haven't yet. Obviously, the election took precedence, but... Want me to count them this time?
Sure.
It's not good news for us in Michigan right now. That's
we're dramatically worse.
But I think also, isn't there a shutdown in England right now, too? I think there is. Yep.
And see, they don't have the courage to do that here. I'm not sure that everybody agrees with it. Of course, I personally would think that, we have to do whatever it takes.
Well, I don't know, Merwin. It's leaning towards yes.
It
now,
is.
It's not a definite yes, but it's leaning towards yes. You have the Ace of Wands as one of the aces. It's reversed. You have the Ace of Swords as one of the aces. I would say go with your gut on this, but it does seem to indicate here the Nine of Swords is reversed. And it's almost as if indicating there's some healing here. Some potential for some mending or healing of something that could be resolved one way or another.
My feeling is that you might be the person that would have to initiate that healing, and that you would actually be acting on their behalf, that maybe they're the ones that need the healing, that you're okay with what you feel, you could use something more, but maybe it's finally started to hit their bottom, and like maybe they're starting to realize that, time doesn't wait for anyone really with these kind of things.
Yeah. Let's do a Lenormand and see if it adds anything or gives any caveats here.
But again, it's like she says, it's really up to you.
Use your best judgment, especially...
maybe you can't heal them.
Especially with the COVID going on. I mean, maybe it's a nice gesture that they did, but, you might have to be honest with them and say, as much as I'd like to see you now, I want us all to be safe. Third lockdown, Violet Ann. Wow.
Third?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Wow. And a local, yeah.
Wow. So there must be some issues with the estranged ones. We've got the heart here, okay, emotional heart. And we have the snake, which, I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of this here. I mean, have you felt deceived by them in the past in some way? Is there some baggage here that needs to be healed?
Or is there somebody who is deceptive and duplicitous, and they'll pretend one thing, but then when you're there, it's going to be something else? That's what I think you're worried about maybe too, is that, you're going there and maybe it's a pretense, not like it was their goal, but once they're there, they just, because they're haunted by this, so they're still traumatized by this too. And really, it's up to you to decide if you can heal this in them or not. I don't know.
Well, or maybe the healing's with you.
Yeah, but if they don't heal this, then what's the point?
Right. Well, what I'm thinking is that maybe this Nine of Swords reversed is that you have to let something go, And, maybe the thing is, if you don't feel comfortable going and you think something might be up, is to just dialogue over the phone and try to clear the air and just, just say, hey, I really appreciate the effort and the offer that you've made, but this is just not the right time. And maybe give it more time, because I'm not so sure I like those two cards together here, Merwin, to be completely honest with you. I feel like somebody is maybe got ulterior motives.
Well, when you describe them that way too, I get the feeling like they might feel that they have a point to make with you, and so they're going to do it under the guise of this reconciliation.
Right.
But I don't think you should let yourself be duped into that. So you're probably, what the cards are indicating to me would be that you could handle it if you went, but it's really up to you to decide. And
I'm not sure that ultimately, you're going to be satisfied with the results of, going. So maybe your gut is right. The card said, it's leaning towards yes, but is it really going to be what you'd hoped for or you would like to see? All right.
And good morning to you. It's always morning somewhere in the world, right?
So who do we got?
I'm not sure who that is. Is that Sanjib?
Is it Sanjib? Is it Himani? All right, so Merwin, good luck with that. Hey, Jay Walker, are you with us still? Do you want a reading?
You're very welcome.
And after Jay Walker's Violet Ann, and I think it's Sanjib, right?
I'm ready to go to bed. Not yet. Soon.
Yeah. I feel very tired today. I don't know. We're really drained today. It was very cloudy today most of the day. I think it was just too gloomy. Yep, I thought so. Okay, thanks, Sanjib. So, okay, Jay Walker, second call. Are you here? And if not, then we'll move on to Violet Ann. Well, it was great to see Jay Walker, if not just briefly.
I love it.
Just wandered in and...
there you are!
Yay!
It's been a long time, friend.
Do you want a reading, Jay? Hope you've been doing okay through all this craziness.
All right.
All right, then.
Sounds good.
Let me grab a deck. We'll use the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot.
You're welcome, of course. We always hoped you would stop back.
Yeah. Been a long time. But as you can see, Sonny is still with us.
He ain't going nowhere.
We're hanging in there. I'm being retired from my job, and Mr. O here has retired in July.
Yep.
So he is done.
I'm working a part-time job.
I will be retired in December. You go.
Alrighty. What do the spirits have to say for you?
And so we're just going to expand our tarot business.
Little by little, bit by bit.
Oops. These new decks, they're hard to pick up. All right.
Oh.
Okay. Well, the first card we have the Sun reversed. And the second card we have the Page of Candles, and that is reversed.
And the candles are like wands.
They're wands.
So it's fire
right?
energy.
And then we have the Four of Potions upright. And that's Cups.
Four of Cups.
Yeah. So basically, let me think about this now. Well, okay, from Spirit it's saying that, times have been kind of rough. Maybe there's a little bit of doom and gloom, a little bit of a false start with something that you were hoping to accomplish or do. Maybe get some project off the ground. But this is a period they're saying to take a step back and take stock. This is a time for you to really take stock of, what future direction you want to go towards.
Right. It is a time of contemplation for
Yes.
you right now. Spirit, I think, wants you to slow down and consider what's out there. And I think sometimes it isn't always good choices. Spirit may be saying that some of the choices that look to be moving your way are not necessarily your best ones. You may want to just move beyond some of those choices. You may be thinking of certain things that really won't serve a better benefit to you. They won't lighten things up. That's the Sun reversed. They may make things more cloudy for you. Boy, this cat is shedding so much.
Yeah, well, you keep pulling on his hair, too.
Yeah, and then it's also saying, too, that if there was someone else you were waiting for, if you thought someone else was possibly going to bring you somewhere, bring you to a point of understanding, bring a situation to you, you may wait too long for that. You may wait forever for that. You may find that that's not really worthwhile for you too. So think Spirit is really saying, think about better choices or look for the better choices. And those are the ones you want to consider. And I know that's not a great reading.
Well, I'm not sure where to go with that because I was going somewhere else. So let me do the Lenormand and see what that's going to add. But I feel that the Sun is just saying, Spirit is just saying, this is kind of a time where we can't get much accomplished, There's not, let's look at what's going on in the world today. And so this is a time of taking stock and stepping back and really doing some thought on where things need to go from here. Yeah, we live in some really crazy, confusing times right now, for sure. Okay, now this could indicate that there could be a woman involved, whether it's a family member, whatever it could be, or this could be indicating the significator yourself, whether you are a man or a woman. It's kind of a significator card. And then we have, it's decision time. Either somebody wants you to make a decision, or you yourself realize this is time for me to step up and make a choice, make a decision, and maybe that's why you have to take that step back and really think about things. Think about this long and hard.
I will say that maybe it's possible there's a dichotomy between those who maybe you feel are putting a little pressure on you to do that, and then maybe others who are saying no to you, whether that's within yourself or not, or it could be vice versa. Maybe you're feeling that gumption to do that, but maybe other people are saying, well, maybe you have to consider offers, doors 1, 2, or 3, something like that. But I sort of feel too that it could be what Banshee says, that these all combine really to show that.
If this is signifying you, the person we're doing the reading for, then notice that you have your back turned on this. And so what I'm thinking is maybe the decision is to walk away from something. Walk away from some path you're on, move from somewhere. It's to make some kind of move away from something.
Well, if you remember, I sort of didn't really like those cards there and felt that they were sort of contrary to the point of having to think about a decision or contemplation, that they represented contrary choices. And so maybe that's what this is saying, is that you will move away from bad choices. You will not see value in what's offered to you and will continue pursuing better choices.
Yeah. So make good choices, Jay. That's what we have for you.
You're welcome, Jay.
You are welcome. Good to see you again.
Don't stay away so long. Don't stay away so long.
We have to worry about people then. So that's what we have for you. And Violet Ann, you are up. And then Sanjib.
Alrighty.
Wow, we won't go into overtime. I've got ghost shows I'm watching tonight. Well, I watch Ghost Adventures more for fun. But the other show, that one after that, the Holzer Files, it's called, on the Travel Channel, that is a very awesome show. I really like it.
Yeah, and they had Hans Holzer's daughter on the, what's that? Rabbit Hole, Edge of the Rabbit Hole YouTube channel.
Ghost Adventures cool. I get a kick out of them a lot. But it's the Holzer Files is really interesting. The first episode last week was so compelling. I was just glued to the TV. So I have to say I really enjoyed it.
It's my deck.
Oh. Put it back. Put it back, Mr. O. All right, so about the person you might marry. Okay. I'm very forgiving with most of these ghost shows. I I mean, because I've had my own experiences that, I can relate to this. And
it's like us, somebody's always going to say, really, you guys read fortunes,
Yeah,
So it's always in the eye of the beholder how you really feel about what the material says to you.
But since I've had experiences, I know there's something. I know.
You might find this interesting, Violet Ann, but the fellow who does Ghost Adventures, Zach Baggins, he actually
he has a
grew up.
connection
He has a
here.
connection to the town, one town over from us. He actually lived there. I'm not sure if it was when he was much younger or more recently.
He also lived in Indiana or Illinois or something like that.
Not
too,
very
I
far
think.
from us either.
Yeah.
But supposedly he lived in a haunted apartment when he was the town over from us.
Yeah. All right, Mr. O. I think this deck shuffles very well, too, if I may say.
Yes. I'm getting used to the deck, too.
Slippery.
I don't see it as really that all-out horror deck, but it is rather dark. Okay, so it's the Gothic Tarot, and so our first card is the Hanged Man, and that's actually upright. It's not reversed. And then we have a reversed Ace of Swords.
Okay, so the Hangman's upright, but that's reversed. Okay. And what else you got? Another
And then we do have a
reversal?
reversed. It's the Eight of Pentacles reversed.
Okay, so about the person you're going to marry,
That you might marry.
that you might marry. I think this is somebody who is like very open-minded, somebody who is willing to look at, things from a variety of different perspectives, realizing that, there's somebody who is not really set in their, attitudes. They're willing to change. I think that's a positive. I do feel that they may have had some setbacks, maybe at the time that you've met them. Which one is that again? The Eight of Pentacles. And it might be work-related?
I think that they're what she says, but I think that this is a person, it's not so much about the setbacks, it just might be that this is a person who really does feel that there are challenges in their life and that they are always trying to work on the challenges. So they have sort of an
Well, that's a good
indomitable spirit of sorts.
I like that.
A lot of things tell them that they need to think about making sacrifices, but their understanding is that the sacrifices are what uplifts them inside, not so much about how those sacrifices work out in real time, but they make those sacrifices too, because I do feel that that's what these two cards combined mean. The Eight of Swords reversed, or the Eight of Pentacles reversed, and the Ace of Swords tells me that they work hard. This is a hard-working person, and that there is a number of situations where maybe there's an implication of a little bit of a karmic debt here. Like maybe this is a person who has something to prove to their spirit or soul in this incarnation, that they are working to get ahead. And so I don't see anything that really says that they're not successful. I just see this as a person who really is working on themselves a lot.
Excuse me, coughing a lot. Actually, I need a cough drop. So, yeah, that's a good point. So I don't see anything that really indicates much about their personality here. Well,
This is sort of
I
like
guess
their
that's what
spirit
you
struggle
said.
in a way.
Yeah.
That they're a persevering sort, and they inside them, maybe karmically, they know what it's like to give up. But I think that in real time, they also know what it's like to give up, and that they seek praise, they seek learning, they seek getting better. But they're not going to let that hang them up. If somebody doesn't really know how to appreciate the effort that they put into things, they're not going to let that weigh them down. So they're willing to work against others' opinions of them, because I think it's really karmic with them that they're always a little bit in a contrary mode in a way. And knowing you like I know you, which maybe is, a little bit, I'd say that it does seem like somebody that's more suited to you in a way.
Shuffle.
Okay. Oh, you want to pull more?
I do want to pull more.
I guess you're lucky today.
Sorry, yeah, we're going to give you a little extra today.
So we're doing some extra cards from the Nightmare Before Christmas deck.
No. Is it?
I'm sorry, which one is that? I looked at the back and said, oh, it's that one.
It's the Chrysan deck. It's the Light Seers.
The Light Seers.
And did you cut them, Mr. O?
No, I'm going to do that now. My, what's going on
there? The table's leaning for some reason.
Should we call it Eileen?
You could. Oh my gosh. What? What just happened? What just happened?
You're going to download this video and keep it.
Now I've got the Ace of Swords upright.
Oh, wow. And we had that one reversed.
Get off my cards. Now I have the Hanged Man reversed. They're the opposite.
No! That's incredible.
Then we have...
But what the hell does it mean?
And then we have the Two of Pentacles. Clearly, I think what this is saying is that Mr. O was onto something with this reading. I feel this is somebody who's constantly trying to find the balance in their lives, a real balance in and stability. And they're working on this. And it's interesting that, okay, we don't have the same card, but they're both pentacles. Do you know what I mean?
Right. And in a way, this one does sort of stabilize or look like maybe, having gone through that, you do stabilize this way. That is fascinating.
I don't know how this happened, Violet Ann, but I think it is a message. And it's interesting that we have, out of the minor arcana, it's just swords and pentacles. So this could indicate air and earth, as being involved here.
It's Odin. You're going to go out on a date with Odin. You're like, I dig those ravens. Let's do this.
Oh, you're corny, Mr. Oh, God. But that is really weird. So there's got to be something here. And, it's good to have somebody who is willing to work on themselves and recognizes that they, that's always working on self-improvement. As far as I'm concerned, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's really hard for us to address the issue of what those cards really mean because they just sort of, it's just fundamentally like...
Well, because they're both ways, it indicates that this is what the work is about. The work is about, achieving, a victory over struggles, maybe. Achieving, achieving perspective, maintaining a balanced and objective perspective is a struggle. That they're going to have to overcome. And they will work on that.
They're just a really dedicated, deep person in that they probably have been here many times. They're probably a pretty old soul, whether they even realize that. I wouldn't be surprised
if earth or air or both are dominant in their charts.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty freaky deaky, Violet Ann. Let me do a quick Lenormand for you.
You better not pull another corollary card.
This is so funny. Here I'm wanting to get more perspective, and the perspective I got is tied right into that. It's just like crazy.
Well, hanged men hang from trees.
So I do, okay, so... Yeah, this is the 5, which is the tree. And it's interesting that we've got 22, which is decisions, which isn't exactly... Where did that card go? Did I move it?
The 2 of Pentacles?
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
There it is.
So, it's funny because 2-2 and then 2 of Pentacles.
Interesting, yeah.
And I feel that... they're constantly going to be changing the way that they do things, to try to find that healthy way of living. They're always going to be making decisions to try to better their health and their well-being.
Well, maybe that their perspective always has to shift because they always maybe have to move between a point of being selfless and willing to give up things, but also knowing when it's time to take the sword and not give no quarter. And so their life is always maybe a struggle of that lesson playing out in their lives a lot until they achieve balance somehow. Or that is how they achieve balance.
Interesting.
I know, that's one of our freakier readings, eh?
Well, that woke me up.
Yeah.
No,
you were
not that I was sleeping tonight.
Pretty mesmerized by that.
Well, I was flabbergasted. I mean, how does that happen? 2 different decks. Go figure. How does that happen?
So,
because
very
it was
good.
meant to happen. That's why, Violet Ann. That's what we have for you.
So we're going to move on then, and that's Sanjib, right?
Yep. Well,
yeah, that was an amazing reading.
I certainly hope that works out, Violet Ann. And hey, Sanjib, you are up.
General message.
And we got a general message for you. You want one of mine?
Sure.
Let's go back to the coin.
Oh, it did.
Wow. Hey, you're welcome. Well, I hope that comes out.
See, I'm looking at this reading like it wasn't really about somebody you know now, but I remember that we were talking about that a little bit. You're welcome. What's up?
Oh, shuffle. Sunman wants the microphone. Oh, if only he would purr into it.
That could be disastrous. And there's so much cat hair flying around my nose right now.
I see it.
Tickling me.
Well, you were kind of just, doing
I
a
know,
lot of
because I
that.
just feel like if he's there, I have to pet him, but it's clearly not what I should be doing.
Well, maybe we should bring the brush here to the live stream and have it at the ready. Like, whoa. What's going on with this table? All right. Got him. We'll have to work on that. I don't know what that problem is.
A cloth. Beautiful cards.
Okay, so we have the 4 of Pentacles upright. We have the 8 of Cups reversed. And oh dear, we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. And really, that's the only negative card here that I see. The wheel goes up, the wheel goes down. Sometimes we're at the top of our game. Sometimes everything is going our way. And sometimes it hits the bottom and, we have to suffer the wheel at the bottom, which basically means luck and timing is not with you right now. So just keep that in mind. And this 4 of Pentacles is basically saying hold tight to things, hold tight to your resources right now, and just keep everything together. Everything will be all right. It might also indicate that some kind of change or move is in order, that maybe you have to change direction or do something that will take you to a better place.
Well, it seems to me like the cycle has changed for you, and that what it suggests is that you really need to take a time out. You need to rest for yourself, because it may very well be that the direction you thought you were going in is not going to work out, and you are going to have to change direction, and that may be the only way that the wheel will reverse and get moving again. But it seems to me like you're going to need a period of some sort of retreat to realize that it won't be until maybe this wheel slows down enough to where you're impacted by that the cycle has changed suitably, taking you out of an active stance and making you realize that your forward movement is going to have to be with a different consideration. To get it moving forward again, you might have to make a different choice, a different consideration.
Yeah. So really, maybe too, because again, we've been talking about just how things are just turning around and getting worse with the COVID situation. What?
I'm just telling them, hang on.
Oh, okay. With the COVID situation that, things are on the downturn right now. So it just might be a good time to just hold on to resources or make careful moves or decisions.
Could this be talking about the lockdown, more lockdowns?
Well, and
retreats?
It could be.
Yeah.
It could very well be. But it is also indicating the Eight of Cups is just like trying to get you to get to a higher place somehow. Well, actually, no, I'm reading that wrong, aren't I?
Yeah, I think there's a definite thread here. Things are slowing down, and
this is actually more. I'm sorry. This is actually more about coming back around, and actually it ties right into that. Is to maybe stay where you are and stay tight right now with your resources. My apologies on that. I forgot it was reversed, and that makes sense with the wheel.
Okay, though. Yeah, but it does, right? Because there's no movement with the wheel right now, and so whatever these choices or actions were, they're just not going to work out, and they're going to bring you to this more or less standstill.
Well, but this is an okay place to be. This makes it seem like you are comfortable here. The only thing is that, we just have to wait this out. We have to wait for the cycle to change and get better.
So, yeah, and I'm thinking it clearly is because of the pandemic. But we're going to pull 2 Lenormand cards for you, Sanjib, so maybe that'll give us a few more ideas to work with. A couple more.
Wow, I must be tired to have missed that Eight of Cups.
The book.
The book is here. And along with it, this is interesting, is time. And
which times into the wheel.
Exactly. Mr. O. You read my mind.
What did we do?
Well, so basically, this kind of ties into the wheel. So what it's saying here is in time, and it's going to take, I don't know, is this, do you get the feeling that this might be...
Pentacles.
Do you get the feeling that this might be a seasonal card?
Could be.
Like that it's a turn of the season? So I'm almost thinking that in time, possibly by the start of next season, sometime in the winter, something's going to be revealed to you. You will be able to uncover some information that you need to move forward in the right direction, whether this is through meditation or internal work or, through some other method. Some information is going to be revealed to you.
If this is about a project that may be stalling, has stalled, or is going to stall in the very near future, then this is a time for you to maybe take that back down a notch and take this recovery moment and research it more, because you may be able to approach that direction again, but you won't be able to do it without a little bit of time that's necessary to research it more, to find out something else.
Yeah, so that's what we have for you. And, it's really interesting because when I look back at some of our readings today, a lot of them, it looked as though there's just some struggling going on and there's some delays or some standstills. And I feel that, or changes of direction, and I feel that it's all related to just, how chaotic things are right now because of the virus, because of the election, because of all these things that are going on. And so we just got to get through this difficult period and things will start looking up again.
So we're at the close of our
So
programming.
we have Sanjib. I hope that helped.
Yes, I hope that did help too, Sanjib. And thanks for coming back.
Absolutely. Good to see you.
I'm posting our schedule. We'll be back on Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. I want to remind everybody that Banshee's program for Material Matters is on Sunday, this Sunday at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and that my program will be on tomorrow. You're welcome. 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Mine's on the emotional matters. But I also wanted to remind us, too, that we will be doing this presidential election finally. We recorded it on Sunday evening, November 1st, around 6 p.m. in the evening. And we were amazed kind of what we saw there. Just as things have turned out, we won't want to give away too much, but we think it's definitely worth seeing. We were right in some ways that we didn't expect, and we were right in other ways. And it's
and we aren't sure if we're right in everything yet because the election has not been decided.
Thank you, Sanjib.
But
take care.
Take care. We hoped for the best here because we put our reputation on the line on this one.
So that'll be tomorrow night around 6 p.m. We'll probably throw that out there, and we'll see what happens.
Yep, and everybody take care during this pandemic. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your mental health. I know it's difficult for those who have to be quarantined again, and let's all try to get through this and try to get everybody through this. We need to work together to get through this finally, because if we don't, it's just not going to happen. It's going to be a long, painful, and there's going to be pain either way, but I have a feeling we could make things better if we work together better. So let's all try for each other and hang in there. And we'll see you next time, I guess. Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. Be there with us. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye for now.